Hello, it is Tuesday, January 10, and I am on my way home from work and wanted to record a little bit about my day, share what was going on, and share some thoughts that I have about artificial intelligence and the concern that a lot of people have that artificial intelligence is going to take away everybody's jobs. I don't believe it, and I'm going to tell you why. Hi, I'm Jonathan in Valor Circle, and one of the topics that I've been hearing a lot about today and over the last couple weeks, but a lot about today in particular, is a fear that artificial intelligence tools are going to take everybody's jobs away and that there's not going to be any work. Well, I don't agree with that, and the reason is really simple. Artificial intelligence, certainly at this point in history, is only as good as the inputs that we give it. In other words, if I talk about the newest tool that's out there, ChatGPT, which is a conversational artificial intelligence tool that you can ask virtually any question to, and it'll give you a response, and an intelligent one in most cases, generally very well written. That tool is amazing. But even that tool, as good as it is only as good as the inputs that you put into it. I'll give you an example. Today I had to write a press release for one of my customers. Instead of simply writing a press release from scratch and maybe taking an hour or 2 hours to do that, I was able to use an AI tool to create a framework of a press release and then go in and make edits to that press release, which took me about 15 minutes to create a document that was probably as good or maybe even better than what I would have done on my own. And I was able to do it in about half the total time. But it wasn't just a matter of going, create a press release or create a press release about X or Y. I had to ask the tool questions, and then I had to give it very specific instructions on how to do that, the length that I wanted, the tone I wanted it in, how I wanted it written, the purpose, the overall message that I wanted. And then when it was all done, it still wasn't quite right, and I had to go in and I had to make a number of edits to it. In the end, the tool allowed me to be about twice as efficient by doing things in about half the time. And that's a good thing. But it didn't replace what I needed to do, and it could not have done what it needed to do without me giving it specific instructions. So it's kind of like a calculator in math. If you're really good at math, a calculator is going to make you more efficient. But if you're not really good at math, a calculator is not going to help you out one bit. For example, I'm not any good at calculus. I took one class of calculus, didn't work out for me. I did great in algebra and trig, but I didn't do well in calculus. If you gave me a calculator capable of doing calculus calculations, assuming that's possible, it would not do any good for me. It wouldn't help me in any bit because I don't understand how to do calculus. Would it help me do algebra better? Probably. Would it help me do multiplication and division? Absolutely. But it doesn't replace what I still need to ask it in order to get those questions answered. And artificial intelligence, as we sit here in 2023, is really no different. It's an amazing tool that has tremendous possibilities, but it's not going to replace everybody. Will it replace some people's jobs? Probably. Just as a calculator replaced some people's jobs who used to use abacuses. Just as the car has replaced some people that used to drive buggies. You may have heard the story that, the buggy whip industry no longer exists outside of at least an Amish community, so that there really isn't an industry creating buggy whips any longer. Why? Well, we don't need buggy whips for our cars. So people could say, well, Jonathan, that's ridiculous. We don't need those. No, but at the time the car came out, the car did replace some of those jobs. At the same point, it created more opportunity. And that's what I believe is going to happen with artificial intelligence and AI tools. It will replace some jobs, but they're going to be low-end, entry-level jobs that require minimal knowledge. It's not going to replace knowledge jobs. And it's going to open up more and more opportunities that we haven't even thought about yet. Nobody was thinking about, for example, long-haul trucking across the United States when the first car came out. Why? Because we didn't even have that opportunity to do that with horses and carriage. Or if we did, it was on a stagecoach or something like that took a very, very long time. It's technology. It's new technology. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. It is going to create some efficiencies, but it is not a magic wand that is going to replace people carte blanche. It's just not going to happen. I'd love to hear your perspective on technology and AI, and what do you think the impact's going to be, and do you think we're going to see a lot of that in our lifetime? I think we're going to continue to see evolvement. I think we're going to continue to have more opportunities, and I think it's going to help those that are smart do a better job more efficiently. What do you think? Let me know.